The mirror that stole my face and left me alone in a world that wasn't mine. Part 2. I couldn't stop looking at the mirror. I needed to know. I needed to understand what was happening. I would approach it, get close enough to see my reflection, but it wasn't me. Not anymore. My reflection wasn't mine. It started to move. Sometimes it would stare at me with those cold, empty eyes. Other times it would grin again, that same terrifying smile, stretching too far, too wide. And then it would laugh, not with its mouth. It was the laugh inside my head, the laughter of a voice that wasn't mine. I tried to ignore it, to go on with my life, but it wouldn't stop. At night, I'd hear the clicking again, that rhythmic tapping sound. It was coming from the mirror, but when I would look, the reflection was always still. Then came the day I couldn't bear it any longer. I stood in front of the mirror, staring at the empty, hollow eyes of the thing inside it. I couldn't take it. I reached out. My fingers brushed the glass, and that's when I felt it. A hand. A cold, clammy hand, reaching back from the other side of the glass. But there was no hand in my reflection. I jerked my hand back, but the fingers on the other side didn't release. They pulled. Before I knew it, the mirror began to shift. The glass started to stretch, warping and bending as though it were alive. The edges of the mirror seemed to breathe. The reflection reached through, pulling me in, and in a moment of panic I tried to pull away, but the force from within was too strong. It dragged me forward. The edges of my world blurred, twisted, and I could feel myself being drawn into it, into the reflection. I wasn't in the hallway anymore. I was inside the mirror. The air was cold, thick with the scent of decay. The surface was no longer smooth. It was rough, like skin. I could feel it pulsing beneath my fingertips, and there, standing in the middle of the darkened room, was my reflection. But it wasn't me. It was something else, something wrong. Its smile widened, stretching impossibly wide, and it tilted its head at me. The eyes, those hollow eyes, locked onto mine. They weren't empty anymore. They were full of malice, full of hunger. "You don't belong here." I tried to scream, but my mouth wouldn't move. I tried to run, but my legs didn't work. I was trapped. Then it happened. It wasn't my reflection anymore. It was me. I was the one on the other side of the mirror. I was the one grinning. I was the one reaching through the glass. And then I realized there was no way out. I was the reflection now, and the real me, the one on the other side, would never escape. The mirror doesn't lie, but it never tells the truth either. And now I'm trapped, staring at the thing I've become, the thing I always was, and it's waiting for the next person to step through.